William Hutchison, Armenia Columbia Realty for expats and Salento Columbia Realty in Armenia, Candil, Colombia. I'm going to do a kind of a short video today on an article that I came across on Columbia1.com. I'll leave you the link for Columbia One. The one is spelt, it isn't a number. And it's a great site for information about Colombia. There's information on food, there's places to visit, there's changes that are coming down. And one of the things, if you stay till the end, I'll give you some brief preliminary details on changes to the retirement visa that should be of interest to many of you. The article I came across, though, had to do with 4 food items, and it's kind of a detailed summary of what's happened with Biden and inflation and those kinds of things, where it went to, where it is now, type of thing. I'm not going to bore you with those details because if you want to read them, I'll attach the link as well for the article. But the article dealt with 4 items, and I just want to give you the comparison of the prices. The first one they talked about was sugar, 98 cents a pound. It's 50 cents here, half price. Butter, 4.63. This is an item that's similar in price. It's $4. The dairy products don't seem to vary much. I've done a couple of other videos, maybe one maybe 10, 11 months ago, and another one maybe 5 or 6 months ago. And the dairy products all seem to be similar, except for milk. I don't know what you're paying for milk, but I buy sterilized milk because it keeps. We only use it in coffee and in some of the juices that Alba makes, and it sells for about 80 cents a liter. I suspect that yours, you would have fresh milk. I guess there's sterilized available, but I would guess that they're at least double. Boneless chicken breasts, a huge difference. The article said that in the U.S. it was $4.11 a pound. Here they're $1.75, and if you buy the free range, they're $1.80 to $1.85. Nice to get the free range because they're not shot full of hormones, and I don't even think that the regular ones are. They're pretty much allowed to grow as they should without a lot of drugs being shot into them. The last thing was bread. They didn't have it as a loaf, they had it as a pound, 201 a pound. I buy a whole wheat oatmeal bread, fresh baked in an in-store bakery, and I pay about $1.25 a pound for it. So those are the 4. A big difference if you're struggling, and the savings go all the way across the food area. Fruit and vegetables are next to nothing, and the nice thing is that they're fresh all year round. They're not imported green, ripen on the way when they're off the vine. Pineapples here. If I'm cleaning a pineapple and dicing it up to put into the fridge, Alba eats the core. And I don't think there's many pineapples there that you could eat the core of. Getting to the retirement visa. I'm only hearing some things, and I want to firm them up in a video, but here's what I've heard. My lawyer that does all of our visa work worked for Congress in Bogota for a number of years. So she has the contacts and gets, I don't want to call it inside information, but she gets information that others can't get because she knows the people, not so much the elected officials, but the ones that work in the various departments because she worked with them for a number of years. Right now, they have changed the retirement visa to where you have to renew it every year. Before, there was some talk about variance and what did you get on your first renewal. I understand it was generally 3 years. So you would do a year when you got it, renew it for 3, renew it again for 1 year, and then you could apply for residency. You can apply for residency visa here with 5 years continuous, but there's some exceptions given for people that, and I don't know what they are, but there are some ways that you can get it after 2 years if you're more closely connected to a Colombian citizen. Now, the contact in Bogota told our lawyer that they're controlling immigration with and visa approvals based on income. Right now, the income requirement is around $1,000 a month US. Our lawyer feels safe at 1,400 or 1,500. She has had people rejected because their income was less than that. At the same time, as the retirement visa changed, the requirements, the conditions changed, the government also pulled EPS from expats, which is basic health insurance. So now the health insurance requirements with the visa application that you send in have been tightened up as well. That makes a lot of sense to me. There's no country in the world that wants a lot of people coming and living off the social services, especially a country like Colombia that I'm sure doesn't have a lot of excess cash. The other thing that is affecting some of this, I believe, is apparently Colombia accepted 700,000 Venezuelans over the last period of time. And I don't know what that period of time is, but I suspect it's probably 3 years, maybe even 4 years. So they have been a drag on the system for that period of time as well. I'm going to do a video on the retirement visa and the insurance that is attached to it as soon as I have all of the information and accurate information. I don't want to put anything out there that alarms any of you that could be avoided. I'm going to also attach the links to the article on the inflation for food items and the link to Colombia One in the description below. If you are close to coming to Colombia to live, you've checked it out, you know it's where you want to be, but your income is close to the threshold, I suggest that you get in touch with me and I'll give you the contacts for Maria, the lawyer. She does visas all day long. She will be able to help you. The one thing that I will caution you about is please get a hold of me and her if you're close. She charges a consultation fee that you get back if you continue with her. But there's no sense just calling her for general information because she's going to charge you. And then if you don't proceed with a visa, you've lost that money. It's not a lot. I think it's $50. But I don't see any reason to do it, especially when I'm going to come back with a visa with accurate information that should answer most of your questions. Not a good video today, not a positive video. I think it might affect some of you because I've had calls at 1,200, 1,300 social insurance. They might get through. I have no idea. I'm not approving them. If it was up to me, I would approve every one. But we'll just have to go with it and see how it turns out. That's it for today. William Hutchison, Armenia, Colombia Realty for Expats, and Salento, Colombia Realty signing off. Every video I tell you, I live in paradise, and you can too.